I'm Dylan Goffney, and I'm here to talk about college sports, mainly college football, and how name, image, and likeness, or NIL, has affected it, and how it is going to affect this new up-and-coming season. And with football season rolling around, many people are excited. Lots of fans are excited to, see what their team's about. New recruits that have came to your team, new freshmen, new transfers, and all that sorts of things and stuff like that. And what they don't really know is how NIL has affected those new players getting to those institutions, and I feel like that's something I feel like it should be talked about more often. And first, I want to talk about is how the players right now are getting paid, and which is something I think is a good thing. College athletes have really been in an amateur. College sports has been amateur and not professional for a long time, and I feel like we're kind of heading in the right direction towards paying players. Maybe there should be a little bit more rules and regulations, I think, but overall I think it's a good thing. But let's start off with just how players are getting paid, and that's through either collectives, where that is when a whole school or institution gets a lot of donors or boosters. They come together, donate a lot of money so they can pay the players, and how the players they'll pay the players, they'll sign contracts and stuff like that, and then on the back end, the players will either go do charity events, host camps, go hang out with the less than fortunate, stuff like that, and then that's how they get paid and stuff like that. They also, who also can come into factors is agents. So with NIL now, players are allowed to, sign a marketing agent. So agents can go out there and search for name, image, and likeness deals for the players and so on and so forth. Things that an agent would do, stuff like that. But also, NIL has also affected not only just the institution, but sports teams as well, mainly football teams. So for NIL, their schools are trying to pay players to get them to come to their institution, to get them to be on the team, be stuff like that. But it's also affecting the walk-ons that are on the team, because those guys they're not on scholarship, so they're paying to come to school, and they're also paying pretty much to be on the team. So with NIL introduced, there's kind of no space for them, because schools are trying to get only scholarship players, but they also need to pay the players to be on scholarship as well. So that leaves less space for walk-ons to be on the team, and it's affecting them in the long run. But then again, it's also benefiting the players who are on scholarship. So I think it's a give and take when it comes to NIL. And then for NIL, when it comes to recruiting, it's more like for the off season, coaches will go out, how they usually do. They'll go see players, talk about how they can develop them, help them be greater, help them get to the next level, or just help them get their education that they need to stay there for 4 years and stuff like that. But that's how it was in the past. But in today's world, it's more of how much are we going to pay you, or players are asking how much can you pay me for me to come to your school, because it's like a player will say, well, this school is saying that they're going to pay me $75,000. Well, can you do better than that? And then if not, then that school is pretty much out of the race for the player to go to their institution, which is, I think, is, it's the business aspect of college sports now, and that's what college sports has come to, which is the negative downside. But then again, that's kind of the door they're opening with NIL, and I think that it hurts schools because it makes it more money based than development, being able to win, being able to do good for a school, a community, a city here like Fort Collins and stuff like that. And I also think that when it comes to NIL, it's kind of gotten out of hand, but it's there's more that can be done, I feel like. And then next is more just how NIL has affected college sports as a whole, and mainly football, because this up and coming season, there are going to be a lot of guys that are on big payrolls getting thousands of dollars, and I feel like, which is a good thing, but say the player doesn't play up to what they're getting paid, I feel like that's also a bad thing. And I think that when it comes to NIL, there should be rules and regulations and stuff like that in place, so it doesn't get out of hand or it doesn't get abused, not only today but in the near future.